Let's take a nice, easy position. Close our eyes. Just begin to come into the room. Let go of the morning or the day. Tune into the body and into the breath. This week we're focusing on perseverance. So if you have a goal that you're trying to achieve, perhaps dedicating your practice each day to honoring perseverance towards that goal, no matter how hard it may seem or how many obstacles get in the way. Take a nice deep breath in, arms rise up. Now as we exhale, let that right arm come down to the mats and reaching over with the left, nice big stretch. Last breath here as we exhale, lifting the arms back up to the sky. Left hand comes down to the mat, right arm reaches over. Final breath here as we exhale, bring the arms up to the sky. Once we're there, nice big inhale. Exhale, reaching the arms forward. They come down to the floor. Keeping the back straight. It's not about how far you can go. On our next breath, walking the hands over to the right side, bringing a gentle twist to the lower back. We're going to go ahead and bring the hands back to center and walk them over to the left. On our next breath, we're going to bring those hands back to center one more time. Pausing here, we're going to take a full breath in. Exhale out. And we're going to walk the hands back towards the body. And once we get there, we're going to find our way to hands and knees. However we get there is just fine. Once we're there, make sure your knees are under the hips. Hands and wrists under the shoulders, fingertips spread out wide. Taking a nice deep breath in, we let the belly drop, tailbone comes up, head comes up for cow. And as we exhale, we're going to round the back, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone for cat. We're going to move through a few rounds of cat-cow at our own pace, linking the breath with the movement. So with each inhale, we come down to cow. With each exhale, we come up to cat. A few more breaths here. Last breath. We're going to go ahead and meet in that neutral tabletop position. Back will be flat. Bringing the knees out towards the sides of the mat. Bringing the big toes together. Sink the hips back. Bring the hands forward, forehead down to the mat for child's pose. Allow yourself to sink into the mat here a bit. the body. Bring them out about 12 inches in front of you. Taking a nice deep breath in, right arm rises to the sky, gaze follows. Last breath here as we exhale, right arm sweeps down towards the mat. Coming under the left, bringing the shoulder down towards the mat, the right ear down towards the mat. Once you're nice and comfortable, bring that left arm straight out in front of you. Nice shoulder stretch here. Breath here. Go ahead and slide that left hand back, lifting the head up, resetting the hands out in front of you. Nice big breath in, left arm rises to the sky, gaze follows. Final breath here as we exhale, sweep that left arm down towards the mat, under the right. Left shoulder comes to the mat, left ear comes to the mat. Once you're comfortable, bring that right arm out in front of you. Here, go ahead and slide that right hand back, bringing the head up, resetting the hands out in front of you. Nice big breath in, bring the hips forward, reset the knees, coming back to our tabletop position. Hands and wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, fingertips spread out. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, going to straighten the right leg out and back. Option to stay here or bring the left arm out in front of you for balancing table. Pausing here for a few breaths. Last breath here as we exhale, hands and knees come back down to the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. On our next breath in, left leg comes back and straight. Again, option to stay here or bring the right arm out in front of you. Here for 3 breaths. Last breath here. As we exhale, hands and knees come back down to the mat. Full breath in. Exhale out. We're going to go ahead and tuck those toes and lift those hips, coming up into our first down dog. It's been a while since we've been here, so make sure we pedal those legs out. Give them a nice stretch. On our next breath, we're going to walk our feet up to meet our hands at the top of the mat. Staying in our forward fold position, finding our grounding with our feet. And once we do, we can either stay here or grab either elbow for ragdoll. Release those hands down to the mat. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and slowly rise up, bringing our arms with us. Taking our time, no rush. Once the arms come up to the sky, take a nice deep breath in, little back bend here, reaching back. Gaze follows. Final inhale. As we exhale, bring the head all the way up, palms together, hands to heart center. Close the eyes, ground into the ground with your feet. Tuck the tummy, tighten it, shoulders back, chin up. Pausing here in mountain pose to find our stability for the day. On our next breath, we're going to take our right foot, stepping it back. Right foot's going to be at a 45-degree angle. We're going to put a bend to that left knee. Hips are going to stay facing forward. Nice big breath in, arms rise to the sky for warrior one. Pausing here, a few breaths. Again, continuing to ground in our energy. Last breath here as we exhale, twist the hips to the right. Bring the arms down. Keep the gaze over the front arm. Right knee is still bent, but the hips are facing to the right for warrior two. Go ahead and let that right hand drop down towards the thigh. Flip the palm on the left so it's facing up to the sky. Nice big breath in. We're going to lift that left arm up and over, bringing our gaze behind our right shoulder. Reverse warrior. Breath here, go ahead and bring those arms back to warrior two. Pausing, full breath in. Exhale out. Turn the hips to the front. Bring the arms with you, coming back into warrior one. Pausing here again, full breath in. Exhale out. Bring those palms together. Step that right foot forward, hands come to prayer. Close the eyes, ground into the mat with the feet. Tuck the tummy, shoulders back, mountain pose. On our next breath, we're going to step the left leg back this time. Left foot should be at a 45-degree angle. Right knee straight, hips facing forward. Nice big breath in, arms rise to the sky for warrior one. And grounding into this position. Last breath here as we exhale, turn the hips to the left this time. Arms come down. Gaze stays over that right arm. Last breath here. Let that left arm drop down. Flip the palm on the right. Take a nice deep breath in, right arm comes up and over, bringing the gaze over that left shoulder this time for reverse warrior. breath here as we exhale, coming back into warrior two, bringing our gaze to the front, palms turning down. Full breath in. Exhale out. On our next breath in, we're going to bring our hips to the front, arms to raise to the sky, coming back to our original warrior one. Taking a full breath in and exhale out. Go ahead and bring those palms together. Step that left foot forward. Palms come down to heart center. Bringing the feet together now. They should be about an inch apart. Take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to sit back into chair pose. We're not letting our knees go in front of our toes, coming down to just about feeling uncomfortable. Pausing here for 3 breaths. Maybe sinking into the pose a little more with each breath. Last inhale. Stay for the exhale. Go ahead and bring the hips back up. And back into that mountain position. Bring the feet about hip width apart. Take a nice deep breath in, arms rise to the sky. As we exhale, arms going to float down. We're going to do a nice forward fold. Hands coming down to the mat. Inhale, we're going to halfway lift. Head comes up, back comes straight. Hands come to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the mat. Bringing them all the way down. We're going to step back into down dog. Allowing ourselves to hold here for a few breaths. Noticing the difference in our body from our first down dog. Last breath here. As you exhale, go ahead and bring those knees down to the mats. Bringing them out nice and wide, big toes together, sinking our hips back. Arms come out in front of us, forehead to the mat for child's pose. Pausing here for a few breaths. Last breath here. Go ahead and bring the head up. We're going to slide the hands back, coming back into our tabletop position. Taking a nice deep breath in. We're going to let that belly drop. Coming back into cow. And as we exhale, coming up into cat. Moving through a few more rounds of cat-cow at your own pace. Linking the breath with the movement. Last round here. We're going to meet with that neutral tabletop position. We're going to find our way down to the mat. However you get there is just fine. Once we're here, we're going to take a nice deep breath in. Arms are going to come up and over. Toes are going to be pointed, full body stretch here. Last breath here, bring those arms down by your side. We're going to put a bend to both of our knees. Bringing the feet a little further than hip width apart. And take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to let our knees fall to the right. And in our next next inhale, roll the knees come up and over. And as we exhale, let them come all the way down to the left. We're going to keep moving like this. Knees up to the sky and fall to the right. Knees up to the sky and fall to the left. Just opening up the hips a bit. Nice gentle movement. Last breath or two here. And bring those legs up. Bring the knees up to the sky. Straighten the legs out. Feet can be towards either side of the mat. We're going to set ourselves up for savasana now. Arms out to the side. Closing the eyes. Relaxing. Palms up if you'd like to receive energy. Palms down if you'd like to ground your energy. Relaxing the neck and shoulders. Relaxing the upper back and the lower back. Letting the hips sink towards the mat. Relaxing the thighs, the knees, the feet. The goddess comes in many forms, from the understanding and the compassionate to the fierce and destructive. The goddess has many faces and embodiments. She is a destroyer when circumstances must end, and the mother when nurturing is required. In each of her forms, no matter how light or dark, she moves in the name of love. Let her image be a reminder to you that every color of yourself serves a purpose. Your anger, your joy, your sadness, and your bliss are all real and beautiful. Your many faces are an expression of the goddess, and they all contribute to the evolution of your being. Let every side of you be seen, be heard. For there is nothing more inspiring than a person who knows their worth and loves themselves enough to express the many voices of their soul. Breath, we're going to roll over to the right side, coming into our fetal position, resetting the body, mind, and soul for the day. Making your way back to that seated position that we began with. We're going to take one final deep breath together. Nice big breath in, arms rise to the sky. Palms come together. Hands come down to heart center, bowing our head in, thanking ourselves for getting on the mat this morning. And thank you for practicing with me this morning.